It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we're going to look here at All-Pro Davante Adams. He got plenty of looks a week ago and turned in almost 160 yards. It's the Lions and the Vikings, and it's coming up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterbacks taking center stage here for each of their respective offenses.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise. And that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you buy time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all those traits on display in this one.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Bringing them out in his 8th year out of Florida State, the former Heisman Trophy winner, Jameis Winston.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Play action now, Winston. And incomplete to open things up. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jameis to throw it. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and short yardage, Winston. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. They'll be led out by their quarterback at 6'2" out of Auburn. It's Jarrett Stidham.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
After the interception, here's Stidham. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Stidham to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And in for the Lions touchdown. Davante Adams. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Winston's throw taken in here by Patrick. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. A first carry now. This is Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Vikings at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. Now, this defense for the Lions, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now Stidham. And his throw is going to be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's Stidham. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. tight end stays in, if I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Winston. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Stidham. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. To throw is Stidham. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Jameis now on 1st down. He'll get this one to Patrick. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 23 carries, 130 in the yardage department, and a touchdown, 2.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up, 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Now it's Stidham. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Jacobs. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jacobs again. And he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Stidham going for it on 4th. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 75. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now Winston. Got an open man, it's Pringle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now Winston. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stidham. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there and second down. Out of the gun, Stidham. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Stidham. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st and 10, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jerome Bentley. And it won't be a pick 6, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close, they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. The quick slant caught. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Jacobs, his first rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And now out comes Minnesota. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Brings up third down and 10.
Jameis to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Complete to Calvin Austin.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now Stidham on first down. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. This one finds Austin outright. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Stidham. And that's complete to Trey McKinney, the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Stidham to throw. He finds Austin complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled down. He wound up getting 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Stidham sets to throw on first. Got his man. It's Dulcich. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Stidham going back to the air. Same connection. Dulcich once again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Stidham. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So that now 4 first half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Off the play fake, Winston. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. Buying time to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Jameis now on first down. That's to his running back, Gainwell. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now it's Stidham. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Stidham from the shotgun. He'll find Smith-Marset complete. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They go play action with Stidham. Rolling to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
4 yards on the pick. 2nd and 6 at the 40.
On 2nd down, here's Stidham. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Stidham. And that is incomplete.
Stidham's pass intended for Calvin Austin. Incomplete.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Stidham. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. On 1st down, Stidham. And incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Stidham again here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current form. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the trap?
And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Winston now from the 50. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down, Winston. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Ball start.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Williams is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second down, Jacobs once more. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Stidham. And it's complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
1st down, Winston.
Here's a screen with Gainwell.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And Jones has it over the middle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. Outrun goes to Patrick.
Winston's pass complete to Tim Patrick. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jameis again. And this one's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Winston.
Setting up the screen with Gainwell. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Mayfield shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Andrew Adams. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
They run it with Jacobs. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
At the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Here's Stidham to throw.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Frank Clark there on the stop.
Here's Stidham. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This from 44 yards away. Sanders' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Winston. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Lions offense set to take over.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
76 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a 1st down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Going on the ground with Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, It's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.